Miles Morales, also known as the Ultimate Spider-Man, is a character you've no doubt heard of. His recent popularity spike with the movies and games have brought the character to new heights. If you were a fan of him before any of these things though, like me, then you have my respect. There have been countless debates over the years arguing whether this character is Spider-Man or not, the latter argument being of no avail for obvious reasons. If it wasn't clear already, I'm a huge fan of this character and always will be. Even though I grew up with Peter Parker, Miles Morales will always be Spider-Man to me as well. I don't see a reason why two characters can't share a name, especially when it's a mantle that Miles had to go through a lot to earn after the death of Peter Parker. One of the things that gravitates me towards this character is his excellent costume. Whenever he gets a new suit, it's usually a certified banger. Usually. My favorite of these is his tried and true classic suit. The red on black look has become synonymous with the character, and for good reason. These are my two favorite characters from their respective series. Part of that reason is the design. The black and red look is just unmatched. No other color combination even comes close to the pure exaggerated swagger that this one has. The big lenses, red fingers, fantastic logo work, everything about this design feels cohesive. However, it's barely been adapted in a realistic form. We've had glimpses at what this could look like, but it's never been taken to a fully comic accurate level. So let's fix that. Hello, people of the internet. So you might notice something a little bit different. I'm real! Yeah, that's right, I'm not fake. I exist in real life. So today we're going to be making the Ultimate Spider-Man suit worn by Miles Morales. Using a whole lot of this stuff. Yeah. Alright, so we're starting off by cutting some eye holes through the mask. Don't cut them too big, because then you'll leave holes in the mask later, and that will not be good, so don't do that. What I did next was start tracing out the lens on a piece of paper. It's good to have a reference photo to find what kind of shape you want for it. After that, you're going to cut it out, and that'll kind of be your template. So now we're going to trace our template onto a piece of craft foam so that we can eventually cut it out, and then that will be our rim for the lens. Once we have that, we're then going to trace the inside of the rim onto some white PC fan mesh, and then that'll be the inside of the lens, the part that you see out of. So next you're going to try to glue the pieces together, but then you're going to realize the person who you let borrow your glue last decided not to close it correctly, completely drying out the inside of the glue. So you're going to beg your dad to take you to Publix at 7 o'clock in the morning, because even though you're of the legal age, you're not allowed to drive yet. So you're going to get down at Publix with your dad's credit card and buy some new Gorilla Glue, along with some pancakes for your little sister. Got all that? Okay, so now that we got our brand new Gorilla Glue, we're going to glue the lens to the rim. Now, if you have two eyes like me, then you're going to want to do all that again so you can have a second lens. So while I'm waiting for that to dry, I decided to start working on the chest section. So I put a pillow inside the bodysuit and then a little layer of cardboard on top of that. So I started kind of tracing out the arch I wanted with some like fabric chalk, but fabric chalk sucks and it just doesn't work for some reason. So I decided to just freehand it with puff paint. Please don't do that because it could turn out really bad. Thankfully, I got lucky and mine didn't turn out horrible, but you never know, so just find an alternative or something because, yeah. Also, make sure that you put a little towel under the table that you're working on with puff paint, because if you put fluorescent red paint on the carpet and your mom finds out, you're done, okay? Like, you need to go right now. Okay, it's been a few hours. We're gonna check on the lenses. Ooh, okay, very nice, very nice. Please don't get stuck to the paper. Please stop getting stuck to the paper. Dude, I'm actually super proud of the shape here. Like, these look really nice. And they're like, a little curve that they got here is pretty accurate, honestly, to the original art. It looks really good. I'm actually really happy with these. So what we're going to do now is we're going to glue these onto the human head. Yeah. So what you should actually do so you don't end up like me is put the glue on the lenses, right? And then wait a few seconds, like 20 seconds, like 20 or 30 seconds, and then you put them on. But you have to hold them in place, okay? You have to hold them in place for like a minute, and then you can let them go because that will maximize their stickiness, okay? That will make them as sticky as can be. Here is the puff painted arch. Obviously I haven't done the sides yet because I have not figured out how to fill out the arms. I will do that tomorrow when this dries. But yeah, so this is how it's gonna look. It's not dry right now, it is completely wet, but tomorrow morning it should be fine. So let's glue these bad boys. The shape actually looks fantastic. I'm actually really proud of how these look, especially from the side. Like, at first I thought I'd want to make them a little bit like longer. I thought they were too... They actually look really, really good. I'm really happy with these. These are probably my best lenses, honestly, because these look like freaking fantastic. Like from the side, they look so nice. They look really good. And they look comic accurate too. So, yeah. So next I decided that it would be a fantastic idea to freehand the puff paint webbing on the mask because my fabric chalk is dumb and does not work. So this is the only option I had. So next you're gonna borrow your sister's hairdryer and use that to start kind of blow drying the paint from a distance, like 6 inches distance. It's gonna take 24 hours to dry, but this will help it come out a little bit sturdier and be less likely to crack. So next we're gonna start working on the spider logo, which takes forever and sucks because cutting things is annoying. I'm using little baby boy scissors because they're tiny and easier to be precise with. But what you're going to do is you're going to cut out a little paper template of the logo because that's going to be your template for the foam. So you're going to cut that out and then put it on the foam and then cut it out on the foam. This sounds confusing, but it's not that hard, I guess. It's just kind of like egregious and annoying to do, but it's fine. So after you do that, you cut it out and then you put it on the human torso. Then glue that spider onto the man. Alright, so we got most of our webs done. I didn't want to do these in the bottom. I'm going to wait until tomorrow for those to dry so that I can do the rest because holding it and turning it is very hard when the paint is wet. It sucks. While waiting for that to dry, I cut out and glued on the logo. It's actually really good. It actually is drying extremely quickly. So tomorrow, I should be ready to put some webbing in the front. Look it up in the morning. Let's see. Okay, mostly dry. Good. Very nice. Okay. Perfect. A very handsome individual. Alright, so I filled the arm with this little poster container thingy. I have no clue if this is gonna work, but I guess there's only one way to find out. So, let's get to work. Alright, we have woken up once more. Rise and shine. It's mine. Super fine.
What?
As I paint this design. This is why I need a script, man. Oh my god. This is the worst part, waiting for this stuff to dry. It takes freaking forever, man. The front is all done. So it's time to work on the back.
What's going on? What? I don't understand what's going on here.
Alright, the back logo is all done. And oh my goodness, it looks so freaking good, dude. I'm so happy with this. So I did a little bit of filling in this part right here. I'm not gonna be able to do the other side because I do have the poster thing in here and I'm probably gonna put that in tomorrow. So it looks so good, dude. Okay, so we switched to arms with the poster thingy. So we have now painted this side as well. I did it off screen because I was too lazy to set up the tripod. And yeah, so the front and back are completely finished now. All that's left to do is the fingers, which I'm gonna do tomorrow, and then that's it, we're done. We're in the final stretch now, boys. Bro, I feel like Miles right now when he's painting Peter's suit and Into the Spider-Verse. Okay, I put way too much paint there. I should not be inhaling this. This is probably gonna kill me.
Bro, this thing has been through it all, trying to get all that paint out of my hands. I need a scrubber for my scrubber.